My name is Sharon Tinberg, and I am with Rags to Riches. I want to welcome you to Cleaning Chatter, where we turn the mundane into money by bringing our dirty little cleaning secrets out of the closet. Today I want to welcome you back to Cleaning Chatter because it has been about 4 months since I have done a Cleaning Chatter because honestly there wasn't a lot of cleaning to chatter about. Many offices were closed. People were trying to figure out what to do if they were open, how to clean. It probably would have been a good time to do some chattering, but people were just too busy in all honesty. I too had done a pivot, hadn't thought about cleaning much at all, and then in the last couple of weeks my phone has started to chatter about cleaning and how to do it and how to do the disinfectant cleaning and how to let it dwell. And I thought too, I have a lot of questions about what's happening in the cleaning world today. Seeing as how I hadn't been in an office since the beginning of March, I did 2 visits in Dallas and hadn't been out with a cleaner since, I sought out to answer some of my questions, like, is core still usable with disinfectant cleanings that have to dwell? Because core is all about efficiency, and I couldn't figure out what in the world could be efficient about a bunch of cleaners standing around watching products dwell. I didn't even know how they did it. I really didn't understand what a dwell cleaning is, what a disinfectant cleaning is. So I want to know, what do you do? What's the difference? How does it affect things when you're out there cleaning? And last and most seriously, I want to know how in the world they made money. Again, if you have a bunch of cleaners standing around watching a product dwell, how in the world are you making money? So parts of me wasn't even interested in getting into cleaning anymore. As I said, I went out and sought answers to my questions by talking to numerous owners, emailing, chatting. I interviewed Bruce Vance, who is our industry expert and chair of the Technical Advisory Committee for the Home Cleaning Certification. He was just named that. Congratulations, Bruce. So we know he's an expert. I learned a lot, as usual, whenever I reach out to other people. Number one, I learned that core training is not dead. Process training is not dead. As a matter of fact, we used to joke about the fact that it's not a matter of life or death. But I would say today, touch point cleaning or going around the room in a process so you don't miss anything, which is what core training is all about, could be a matter of life or death. It needs to be taken seriously, and it's great to see that now it will be. What I learned about a dwell cleaning, disinfectant cleaning, is it needs to be documented. Most owners don't have a clue what's going on in their field. I mean that seriously. There were a couple of offices where the field manager didn't even really know. When I started asking technical questions, we brought in the cleaners. And when we started talking to the cleaners, some of the answers were wrong. And we'll talk about those as I do future interviews and future videos. For example, you can't walk into a kitchen and spray the whole thing down and then go dust and let your disinfectant dwell and then go back and clean the kitchen. Wherever your disinfectant cleaner landed that there's food or some other thing on the surface, it has neutralized that product and it's not going to work. But there are offices who are doing that because, of course, it's efficient. The answer I received to, are they making any money, was basically they aren't. They're back to stage 1, which is existence, in which you really don't make any money. Especially if they haven't figured out a process and they haven't passed that process on to their cleaners. I plan on spending the next few months supporting training for pandemic cleaning. I plan on interviewing owners and experts until we have every single minute detail of how to most effectively leave the disinfectant behind long enough on the touch points, and what are touch points, until we have this so streamlined that you're back to making money and we are sure that we are safely cleaning a home. Together we can develop this process. I know we can. We can develop a process that will allow you to ramp up cleaners faster, which is key in today's world. Guarantee the safety of your cleaners because we don't want anything to happen to them. That's what keeps owners awake at night. And the safety of your clients. And I believe as much as possible, all of this can be done virtually online. I'm going to begin today by discussing the core of the core system, ironically, or any process-driven efficient cleaning system, and that is the apron. I don't know how we can talk about efficiently doing disinfectant cleaning without an apron. I don't know how we can talk about safely protecting our cleaners without a waterproof apron. Today, the apron provides more than just the efficiency. It provides something to keep them safe from the virus. So it has to be the right apron. As we roll out the fastest and the most thorough way to accomplish a touch point cleaning is obviously if we had a bunch of hands. If we could have a hand here that held the disinfectant cleaner towel, the hand here that held the disinfectant cleaner, the hand here that held the glass cleaning towel, the hand here that the sanitizing towel or the damp towel with just water. If we had hands for all of that, it would be much simpler. Well, the apron is that extra set of hands. You cannot be efficient without it. Key to the disinfectant cleaner being 99.9% effective on a surface is to use a new towel every single time you touch a new surface, or otherwise you're just spreading the coronavirus from one surface to the other. I believe your towels should be small. I would use a towel, for example, if you're sticking with the orange towels for dusting, then I would use a small towel like this. You spray your disinfectant cleaner on there if, ideally, your towel is soaked in disinfectant cleaner. You've got a glove on your hand and you have a lined apron. I will rapidly go through the usefulness of an apron, and then in later videos and when we talk to owners, we'll go through more detail of how to effectively use an apron. But if we're going to clean a living room for touch points with disinfectant cleaning, dwelling on your touch points, I would take your orange dusting towels, which are normally the color for dusting, that are saturated in disinfectant cleaner, and put them in my right pocket, but it needs to be waterproof so it doesn't soak through to your cleaners. I would put one damp dust cloth on above those two towels. You might want to consider using different colors for dusting, so you would also keep your disinfectant color a different color from the water towel that you're going to use for areas that aren't touch points. On the left-hand side, I would have my glass cleaning towel, but what you are left with is one empty space in which to put your dirty disinfectant towels when you have used all sides of them. Of course, you also have a space on your fifth pocket on the inside for your phone, which will keep it nice and safe. And on the other side, you have room yet for the handy tools that you like to have when you're dusting, like a whisk broom. So that is how an apron is most handy when you are cleaning a home. I do want to reiterate the importance of your cleaning tool belt being waterproof so that the towels that are soaked with the virus does not soak through the clothing of your cleaner and into their skin. Again, I will discuss the use of an apron and how you actually maneuver through the home and the processes you follow and in what order you do it in future interviews with owners who are going to tell us how they do it as we figure out the best way to do it, and on future videos. Through open communications with your clients, letting them know exactly what's going on, and through following a process and using an apron, if you've never used an apron before while cleaning, you actually could end up cleaning faster than you're used to, and certainly better, because I know that touch points were not gotten very often before the coronavirus cleaning. So I personally think this is a great thing because cleaning will be better from this point forward. It's very important that you buy an apron made of a fabric that can be wiped down on the outside and the pockets on the inside, because you've been putting the dirty towels filled with the virus in the pockets. So before you get to the next house, you want to wipe down both the outside and the inside of that apron. And you can do that if it's made out of something other than cotton. What I'd like to know is how you're performing your cleanings. How are you letting your disinfectant sit and still being efficient? Are you doing it in the middle? Are you doing it all in the end? Are you doing it as you go? Are you letting it sit? Are you taking it off? These are all things that I think we need to learn together as an industry so we can be more efficient and perform just a better cleaning. I hope that you will join me on this journey of how to figure out the fastest and most efficient way and safest way to clean a house during the coronavirus pandemic. I have started a group called Cleaning Chatter on Facebook, and I hope that you will join me on that site. I believe that together, as I said in the beginning, we can come up with an efficient way to clean a home that's trainable rapidly and hopefully virtually. So please give us your input. I certainly will listen and certainly will respond and put it all together and always share what I've learned with you all. So until next time, please stay safe and remember that these can be the worst of times or the best of times. I submit that that decision is yours. Hope to see you on Cleaning Chatter, where together we can start making it the best of times.